As well, we're underwater at the Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson, Sugar Ray Rock, and they'll be facing Sweet from this bout. A lot of trash talk between these two. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Didn't land that jab. Beautiful counter shot. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Beautiful counter punch. Had a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Punch, counter punch. Jab does not score. Can't score with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell? Here's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Only catching air with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you hardest.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's get it started in round three. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. charts. And counter punching. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Just missing with the right uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These counter punches have to hurt. That left hook missed. Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time count? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Counter shot lands. He misses with that straight left. Misses with that uppercut. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. That counter punch caught him clean. Threw the straight left, but it won't score. Nice counter shot. This is the time that the trainer needs. There's the bell for round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both want a knockout, you can tell. Good counter punch. They exchange punches. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some impressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
punch right up the middle. Can't find a home with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this, there's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Jab slightly off target. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch. There's a counter shot. Catch and shoot. Nice counter. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I knew.
They managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Look at his corner.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. His leg. Round 7, here we go. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Do you believe this? Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. As the counter lands. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Missing with that jab. Nice punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Round 8, and we're off again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Counter punches have to hurt. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we gonna see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As close as we thought it was in this fight.